Big Sky Outdoors, powered by Town Pump, fueling your next outdoor adventure, is also brought to you by Counter Assault, your ultimate protection in the wild. By Montana Army Navy, get it, get out, and live it. The Outdoor Report is provided by Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks. And Bob Ward's, everything outdoors, Montana style. Welcome to this week's edition of Big Sky Outdoors. I'm Matt Redding. I'm here with Joel Stevenson and Daryl Lane, and it is one of our favorite time of year to be out on the river fishing because of these guys right there, big old salmon flies. Let's go get them. Let's go. Let's do it.
Well, folks, this is what the excitement is all about this time of year. It's a salmon fly. It's a great big orange-colored stonefly bug. This is definitely the T-bone steak of the flies in western Montana. Fun in this fast water, that's for sure. There we go. Come to Papa here. He sees that net, he jumps right out of it. Beautiful fish. Digging that salmon fly.
So Daryl, we're here in western Montana and it's time for the salmon fly hatch. What kind of flies do we need to use for that?
Well, I'll tell you what, our great friends at Bob Ward's hooked us up with some great Montana Fly Company flies today. I've got an assortment of different patterns over here. We got a nice big bullet head pattern right here that works great for the salmon fly. A couple big foam bodies. Here's a little smaller one with a little flash wing in there as well, which is a great with the rubber legs, gives you lots of action. A bigger version of that same fly right here for the behemoth when the big salmon flies are popping off, or if you want to target some big trophy fish. Good way to go. Another nice bullet head pattern over here. Classic stimulator, which is great. On windy days, I love these because so much of that wing is exposed when it's on the water. It really looks like a fly that's been blown into the river. And nice parachute version again with the salmon fly colors and nice tiger stripe. Great attractor pattern. More of a double humpy style right here. Lots of deer hair, high vis, which is great. And then this is one that I tied myself. It's a hand-tied salmon fly pattern that I've had lots of success with over the years. It don't get no better than this. Beautiful. This is like a gem. It's like a jewel. You can't adorn yourself any better than that right there. Beautiful brown trout. He's got a little parasite bite or something's got a hold of him at some time, huh? There we go. Let's go catch his big brother.
So it's a little early in the day and the salmon flies aren't really coming off yet. So I set up with my 9-foot 6-weight Loomis graphite rod, and I'm set up with a standard nymphing rig with a San Juan worm and a girdle bug, and then floating that underneath the strike indicator so that I can take these flies down on the bottom of the river and try to get some of those fish that are feeding down there to strike.
Today we're primarily fishing dry flies, and for today's outing I've chosen my Winston LTX 9.5-foot rod. Got a little bit of boron in it so it's stiff enough to throw in a heavy wind or throw this bigger fly. Lamson 1.5 reel, nice and lightweight and plenty of drag setting on that. And today especially I like to use a heavier leader, and I'm fishing with a Maxima Chameleon in 10-pound test. And what that does is that allows me to get hung up in the brush. If a fish runs under a rock and it's going to be abrasive on it, it's going to last and hold up a little better than a smaller leader, and I don't lose as many of those big trophy fish that way.
Yeah! Woohoo! You know, one product that we're really excited about using today has been the large arbor reel by the Montana Fly Company. And this particular reel is called the Madison 2. It's aptly named because its design is a brown trout. And these are just really top quality reels. You can pick these up at any of the Bob Ward's throughout the state of Montana.
Nice drift through there. Nice little German brown on a salmon fly. Perfect day.
Warm weather is right around the corner, and your local town pump has everything your family needs along with great savings. This month's specials include Budweiser, Miller, and Coors 30-pack of cans are just $21.99. Twisted Tea, Angry Orchard, and Traveler 12-pack of cans only $13.99. And Corona 6-pack of bottles just $7.49. With over 90 convenient locations across Montana, we are sure to have everything you need and more.
Find your next adventure at Bob Ward's Sports and Outdoors. Bob Ward's Sports and Outdoors, Montana style.
There he is. All I saw was a big dark back come out of the water there. I'd much rather fight him in this slower water. They sure got the fight in them this time of year, don't they? Nice rainbow. Big dark black back on him.
That was him. See that natural on the water? That's what they're trying to eat right there. That's what we're imitating. Rainbow this time. Nice big fat rainbow on a salmon fly. Can't get any better than that.
Well, folks, this is what the excitement is all about this time of year. It's a salmon fly. It's a great big orange-colored stonefly bug. This is definitely the T-bone steak of the flies in western Montana. So it's a great dry fly to fish. We're having a blast today. We have just been catching fish left and right, and you can see what the excitement is about. It is really hard to turn down a bug that's that big. In fact, this one's a little smaller. Some of those are even larger than that. Let's go get them. I hooked up with a nice, beautiful brown trout again. Good 16, 17, maybe 18-inch. Gorgeous fish. They fight like heck in this cold water, and especially in this fast water like it is. It is a battle. What a beautiful fish. We're gonna let this one go. We're gonna talk a little bit about entomology today. We've been mentioning the salmon fly throughout this show. I'm gonna tell you a little bit about the life cycle of the salmon fly. It starts out as a nymph on the bottom of the river. It crawls out onto the bank, and it usually crawls out on a tree limb, blade of grass or rock, whatever, and it goes from its nymphal stage to its adult stage. So it'll hatch out of its little shuck, And when it does, all of a sudden it has wings that actually changes from olive black color to this salmon fly orange color that you see here. This is a smaller male. But this is the bug that once this thing starts getting on the water, look out, Loretta, because these fish really key on them, as you've seen from the multiple fish we've caught today. So now you know a little bit more about our native salmon fly here in Montana. That ought to get him right there, buddy. Somewhere in that neighborhood. Oh, goodness! I tell you, Matt, my guide, put me right on this fish. He saw the rise. Oh my goodness, look at this baby. He put me right on him, told me right where to cast, and I'll be danged if we don't have the best fish of the day so far right here. A big leaping rainbow. Look at him, look, oh my gosh. He wants to run. Steer him around these rocks. Coming in, he's coming in. Right in front of you there, Big Mac. Look at that fish. If you can't get excited about salmon fly fishing in rivers in Montana, I don't know what you can get excited about. Will you look at that? Gorgeous fish, beautiful salmon flies, patterns from Montana Fly Company. They hooked us up today and we are having a field day. This is a twin to the last fish I caught, isn't it? This time in the afternoon, because it's late in the day, I think these fish are actually targeting the flies that are Aussie depositing on the water. What they'll do is they'll helicopter down onto the water and they'll release their eggs and they'll drift for 10, 12, 15, 20 feet and then they'll fly off. So that's why we're seeing even a lot of activity in the center of the river where it's a little faster running, because they know this time of day some of these big salmon flies are going to be laying their eggs in the water. So we're just fishing bank to bank today and luckily catching some of these fish pretty much everywhere. It's rainbow day today. Rainbows are definitely on the bite. We've got another good solid 13-incher, maybe 14. Montana rainbow trout.
Army-Navy is your hunting headquarters. It's the best place around when you're serious about saving money on the things you need to go hunting. Knife sharpeners, wool gloves, backpacking meals, optics, socks, boots, insoles, stoves. Why, it's a virtual hunter's checklist. All name brands and all at fantastic savings. On Highway 2 in Evergreen and Highway 93 in Whitefish. Get out. MontanaArmyNavy.com.
Get out and live it.
Oh, that was a big strike. Did you see that one? I gotta check my hook.
Hey, it's high noon on our great Salmon Fly River today. We're starting to see real bugs that are flying around and the activity is picking up. I've caught a couple of fish already. And what I'm focusing on today, because we are in this early runoff stage still, it's still pretty fast water, I'm looking for those seams and edges that have a little bit of slower water. What those fish are doing is they're nosing right up in the calm water, right up to the edge of that fast water, and they grab those flies as they come by. So we're really trying to focus on that little flatter, stiller water, get a good drift in there, and that's usually where we're going to find our fish. The great part about our freestone rivers, the water's clear enough that you can read the water and see where the depth is. Now I notice that I'm standing a little shallower and the water just gets deeper as it goes over towards that opposite bank. So what I'm doing is I'm methodically working this in different tiers, close to far, and I'm working those different stages as I go out there, and I'm really focusing on those flatter water, but just covering it. When I do cast across the stream, I just throw a little mend in there, get the belly of my line above my fly, I get a nice drag-free drift on down through those fish as they're staging in there. So it's just all about mechanics and covering as much water as possible and then hooking those big ones. This is why we're crazy about the salmon fly hatch right here. There's a good solid 20-inch rainbow right there. Beautiful, beautiful fish. We're looking for breaks in the water again, behind the bigger rocks, behind the logs, the seams where two channels come together. Anything that slows the water down a little bit gives you a great drift. And as we hunt for those little pockets, we're just finding fish scattered all around the river. So it's been a real blast. I'm on the right bank right here. I've got a tall bank behind me, which doesn't allow me to do a back cast. So what I do is what I call a cross the body cast, where I just bring my forearm in front of me this way so I can parallel the river as I cast, and I can continue to work this without having to worry about getting snagged up on the bank. There's one. Nice fish too. What a banner day for salmon flies. Man, I'm glad I got heavy tippet on. This current is just super strong. These guys get you a little sideways and it's all you can do to hang on. I think I've got him tired out finally. Looks like a nice rainbow. Good 16-incher, maybe 17. Didn't bring my tape, I should have. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Big, beautiful rainbows. Still trying to fight. Cutthroats, brown trout. We've had it all happen today. Gorgeous, gorgeous fish. We're having a blast. Doesn't get any better than salmon flies early season.
Counter Assault, the original bear deterrent, has been made, developed, and scientifically tested in Montana for nearly 30 years.
Counter Assault is what I chose for my staff based on my personal experience, scientific testing, and it's the only one that met all the expert recommendations. Spray time and spray distance are important in a bear attack, and Counter Assault has both. As an avid hiker, hunter, and outdoorsman, Counter Assault is my first line of defense in bear country.
Carry what the professionals carry. Counter Assault, Grizzly Tough Bear Spray. Look for the red can.
Here's this week's outdoor report by our friends at Montana Fish, Wildlife, and Parks.
Many of us can be very secretive when it comes to our favorite fishing spots. But author John Holt has a reason he shares all of his favorite places to fly fish in Montana.
I feel that if every person, say, finds a stream they really like, well, then they're going to keep an eye on it because it's their favorite toy.
John Holt's latest book highlights some of Montana's best fly fishing waters, and many are in eastern Montana.
You can catch catfish on flies, buggers or something down deep, and I just love the country, and I love being where there aren't many people, and that's the place to go.
As fly fishing has increased in popularity, Holt recommends some fairly unknown places if you're looking to avoid the crowds.
The Sun River below Gibson Dam reminds me so much of the Old Man in Alberta. And then you have Warm Springs Creek up above Lewistown. And then not the best fishing in the world, but certainly spectacular are all the streams coming out of the Beartooth.
While Holt promotes fly fishing in Montana, he hopes people will respect the areas and the sport.
Come out and enjoy yourself and be respectful of other people and the land. Fly fishing isn't a precious, aren't we better than everyone else pursuit. It's just fun.
I'm Winston Greeley, out among Montana's fish, wildlife, and parks.
This fly has just been hammered today. I've had the same fly on all day long, and it is chewed up, teeth marks, the wings getting pulled off, the deer hair's getting pulled off, so it's about ready to be retired. But we've probably caught 18 or 20 fish on this one fly already today. Time to change it up.
So I worked up to this hole and I saw a few fish rising, and I started working it from the bank, and this guy was hanging right on the bank, came up after that salmon fly and nailed him. Beautiful brown trout. We're gonna let him back in the water here now. Oh, he's going that way. Oh, is he? Running around my feet? Another nice rainbow taking salmon flies.
I just love how they take these salmon flies just so aggressively. Well guys, that was a fun day. What do you think of that?
Yeah, it was a blast. I had a great time.
It has been a great day of fishing.
We had caught, I don't know how many fish, but there was a lot, and it's just, there's nothing better than throwing a big old fly like that and watch them come up and nail it real hard and be acrobatic and flying through the air.
Half the time they miss it because
That's
they're
right.
going so fast and just trying to nail it.
That's right.
Pretty exciting.
It's been a lot of fun.
We'll do it again, huh? Right on. Hey, we'll see you next week on Big Sky Outdoors.